So you think you want to be a truck driver. If I had to give advice to anybody that's thinking about really any career in anything, it would be to think about why. I mean, if you're thinking, I'm going to be a truck driver, I'm going to get rich, you're an idiot. The money's good. There's a lot of things in life you can do that wouldn't pay a lot more money or the same money, and you don't deal with half of the bullshit. You're home every night. You're where you want to be. On that same coin, like in my case, I've done a lot of jobs. I've done every aspect of this line of work. I've done a lot of aspects of a lot of other lines of work. I would rather be behind the wheel than behind a desk. Honestly, I'd usually rather be holding a wrench than doing either one, but my body just doesn't want to cooperate with that anymore. Whatever you're going to do in life, it takes money to live, but money is not the answer. It's not the be-all, end-all. And you got to be happy with what you do. You got to be happy with yourself. You got to enjoy life. Now, if you answered, I want to be a trucker because I want to see the country, I want to travel, I want to this, I want to whatever. Not always. Like right now, I'm about to go into a casino. Probably lose a bunch of money. But for the most part, you do. You see the country, but you see the country from the interstate. Now, by all means, I'm not telling you don't go drive a truck if that's what you want to do. That's what keeps America moving. They're completely unnecessary evil. As much as everybody's, I don't want to be stuck behind trucks and pollution and noise and retarded saying here. Without it, the country stops. So, that being said, I am about to drop a series of videos sometime when I have time, hopefully in the near future. I'm going to start being a little bit more active than I've been lately. I've been working my ass off. My stepson hit me up. Want me to go over some stuff with him because he's about to go get his CDL. So, we're going to talk about some options on how to do that, the pros and cons of each one. I will say, contrary to the belief of recruiters for certain blue and yellow logoed companies, it takes more than a pulse to do this job and do it right. And it takes something beyond that to do this job and enjoy it. We're all a little bit thrown off. And once you figure that out, you said we'll work on the different ways you can get your license and the pros and cons of each one. Then you have to figure out what you want to do. Like, I'm over the road right now. I find it incredibly tedious and boring. I've never been a fan of dry vans, and I've never been a fan of over the road. Again, completely necessary. Some people love it. They're all about it. I tend to lean towards heavy haul. Just because it's always an adventure. There's something different every day. You don't know what's going to happen. It's a challenge. And that's another thing that I'll say. My trucker friends, anybody out there that I missed in any of these videos, hit me up. I've been doing this a long time in all aspects of the industry. But I will say that any day you go out on the road and you feel like you know everything, it's time for you to retire because you're going to kill somebody. Any day you don't learn something, and that actually goes for a lot of fields. Any day you go to work and you don't learn something new, it's probably time to move around. Because either you're getting complacent or you're just not paying attention. And, you know, I hit, you know, the training companies and the mega carriers a little bit with a jab back there. They have their place too. Yeah, I know, you know, they've got their own wall of shame and their guys. But if you run the numbers, they also have so many trucks on the road, and with so many rookie drivers, they're probably going to have more incidents statistically. There are some good drivers that drive for them. There's some trainers that drive for them that I know well. Great guys. So I'm not saying don't go work for a training company to get your license and get your experience. There's a lot of pros and cons that go along with that. It's not how I did it. It's not how a lot of people did it. But nowadays, it's becoming a very most viable option for a lot of people, because if you don't have 2 years experience, nobody wants to touch you. So unless you know somebody, or you've got $3 to $5 grand laying around to pay to go to school, what are your options? So obviously I'm not dressed for it right now. Sometime tomorrow probably I'm going to drop a video on pre-trips and all the things you need to check out, all the things you need to look for, keep you out of trouble with DOT, help you when you're doing your walk around for your CDL test, whatever the case may be. And then different things that you don't necessarily think about on a pre-trip, and that maybe not something DOC would necessarily check out, but something that could save you a lot of time and headaches on the road. Because I'll tell you, I don't give a damn. If you're an owner-operator, you already know this. If you're a company driver, particularly if you're new, you may not, but I don't give a damn if you own 1 truck, if you own 30 trucks, if you own 50 trucks, if you own 5,000 trucks. Eventually something is going to go wrong. It's not if, it's when, and how inconvenient that when is going to be. It is way easier to catch something at the yard, or even at a shipper or receiver or a truck stop, than it is on the side of the road, waiting for a road service guy to get there whenever the hell he does. If it didn't mess up something else in the process. Like, I mean, I've threw drive lines. That's inconvenient. That's always inconvenient. But when you throw drive lines at 70 miles an hour, they take out air lines, they take out wires, they take out valve bodies, and it's a lot more inconvenient. So anyways, I just said a whole bunch of words to tell y'all, stay tuned. I'm going to quit being so not around. I promise. I'm dropping a bunch of videos. Anybody that's got any requests, anything they want to see, I'm going to try to get back to the reactions too. And we're still going to touch on some of the controversial stuff. I promise. I've just been super, super busy, y'all. But any of my truck driver friends that have anything that y'all feel like we should drop a video on, or something that everybody needs to hear, or something that I missed, or if y'all think I got something wrong, drop it in the comments. Most of my truck driver friends, y'all got my personal info. Hit me up. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out, and we'll figure out how to put it together right, because there are way too many steering wheel holders on the road that don't care, or don't know, or both. And this is not a good deal, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna go play some cards and drink some whiskey. Y'all wish me luck. Till next time, keep it dirty side down and be safe.